Discussing a follow-up essay on our previous essay, Beyond Human Minds, Reinventing Physics with Self-Learning AI. So this is a sequel, if you will, to the original idea that was inspired by the paper, The Era of Experience by Richard Sutton and David Silver. In this essay, we talk specifically about physics, which is very dear to our heart here at Orange Capital Partners. We have large investments in real-world AI companies, particularly Tesla and NVIDIA, because we believe that the way we can actually get better at applying AI to the real world is through the application of experience, or the concept of experience in AI. Well, for listeners who are new to this concept, please read the position paper, The Era of Experience. It's really sort of a sequel on the bitter lesson, which is that we want to get beyond human knowledge when it comes to understanding science, and in particular physics. In this essay, Reinventing Physics with Self-Learning AI, Unleashing AI to Explore the Vast Unknowns of Nature Beyond Human Knowledge. This essay's purpose is to set the stage for an AI that is self-exploring, that is finding clues in nature and testing itself through reinforcement learning and testing itself against consequences of its own actions in order to learn better what nature actually looks like. So instead of using human knowledge, which is sort of a condensed version of thousands of years of human research, we are looking into circumventing that and looking directly into nature and trying to understand what nature looks like and then solve problems. So concretely, that means that instead of trying to find better batteries or better heat shields for Starship through traditional forms of physics and try and error in the labs, what we're trying to do is build machines, give them the right data and tools to learn for themselves how to build better how to build better, let's say, materials, or how to build better heat shields for Starship. So the role of the physicist in this new area is a teacher, a communicator to the AI. We have to communicate the goals. We have to communicate the data that the AI is potentially using. At least we have to bootstrap the system to the point where it can start self-learning, emphasis on self-learning. This is not even on podcast. It's August 10, 2025. This is Krim Delco. It's a Sunday. There's an update for the year. We are down 9%. The market's up 8.5%. We're underperforming by 17.5%. So in this essay, we're setting the stage for what we believe is a very important fork in the road for science. And we're using physics as the mother of all sciences because we believe that the impact on physics will be profound, and therefore also the impact on humanity will be profound. Physics has always had a big impact on humanity. We go into the history of physics, all the way back to the Greek philosophers like around Pythagoras and others, 500 BC, when they started moving from mythology towards natural explanations, rational explanations. This was a deliberate move away from explanations, as David Deutsch says, that are easy to vary, which is what mythology is. For example, if you say the weather is bad today because the gods have a bad mood, that's an explanation that is very easy to vary. You can just change the weather is bad because the gods are unhappy, or the gods are in a bad mood, or the gods have a hangover, or whatever. Like, it gives no predictive power. It's a very weak explanation. A hard to vary explanation is an explanation that explains the weather based on formulas, mathematical the formulas and the algorithms that actually explain the weather, which gives us predictive power. Now, the power of AI is to become a function approximator, so to get even better beyond human knowledge, And that we can do that by letting AI itself train itself on data that it gathers by itself, or at least that it gets guided by us towards finding the right data. But eventually what we want to do, and that's what the the area of experience, the position paper clarifies very clearly, is that the AIs of the future will not just do self-exploration. They will also explore their own reward functions, and they will be smart enough to ask for the right data to be trained on in order to potentially find better solutions to problems. So we're going from human-centric, human knowledge as the judge in whether an AI is good or bad, towards the AI itself judging itself under its own reward function design, whether it's on the right path or not. Now, this leaves us humans with some of the most important tasks, which is, of course, asking the right questions, but more importantly, also, equipping the AIs with the right reward functions, or at least giving them the right methods to explore the action space so they can find better solutions, and also helping the AIs get better data. So we're becoming basically teachers of our own AIs, a little bit like we're teachers to our own kids. So to summarize, in this essay, where again, this is a sequel to the Beyond Human Minds applied to physics, we believe the area of experience will be a very interesting area for us, because we will be able to discover new science, and it's going to happen through a large application of compute and as little human knowledge as possible in the way, because we want AIs to judge their own experiences based on the consequences of their actions, not based on the human judgment as a gateway towards exploration. Thank you.